Perfect.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Nnaishi from the Cap City, Pitori Masangini, and welcome to the Grounded and Fearless podcast, the podcast that is just for you. On this show, we are all about spreading love, life, and growth, as well as discussing unpopular truth. If you are new to the show, do the most, subscribe and follow. If you are a returning listener, thank you so much for the love. We really appreciate the support. And without any further ado, let's get straight to the episode. Enjoy. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome again to another epic episode of the Grounded and Fearless podcast. Today, we have 4 beautiful students from all over the world visiting us today on our show, and we're going to get to meet them soon and hear where they're from and what experiences they've had living in South Africa and also studying here. So first off, we have Leanda, who's going to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Leanda Tahu. I'm from Botswana. Yeah.
Welcome, Leanda. And then we have Lane.
Hi, I'm Lane. I'm from the United States, studying BVSC, second year.
Nice to meet you. And then we have Georges.
Hi, my name is Zos Projikson. I'm from Mauritius. Glad to be here.
Welcome. And then we have Miriam.
Hi, I'm Miriam Dakonseisang, and I'm from Namibia in Angola.
Welcome to everyone. Welcome to the show. Can't wait to engage with you guys today. So we're going to play a game, quick icebreaker, because I can see you guys are a bit nervous. It's time to rev up the engines.
Yeah, let's get it.
So the 2 ladies, who's 1 and who's 2?
I'll be one.
Miriam is 1. I'm guessing you're 2.
Yeah.
And then the guys?
I'll be one.
I'll take 2.
Great. So 1 is 1 team and then 2 is 1 team. Does it make sense?
Okay.
You lied to me.
I knew I was going for that.
So I think 1 can go first.
Okay, ladies first.
So wait, who's gonna?
I'll describe.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you can do both sides, and then you can. We'll see who can get the most.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
Yes. So the shop that's blue, that you buy your groceries.
Pick and pay?
Blue.
Checkers?
Yes. The drink that people enjoy drinking, the alcoholic drink.
Heineken
No, but like
is the beer.
yes, you said
Okay.
it. And a queen's daughter is.
A princess?
Time.
Oh, that was quick.
That's so
That's
quick.
quick.
Yeah, quite quick.
Okay.
So you guys
The
got
drink people enjoy
2.
drinking. You said beer right away. That's so good.
That's
So you guys got 2.
Yes.
Can you beat that?
We'll see. Yeah,
So who's describing?
I'm going to describe.
All right. Ready?
It's this one, right?
Yeah, choose out.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, it's a big planet with rings.
Saturn.
The other one?
Oh my goodness, Jupiter.
Yes. When you sing the scales, you say da da da.
Do re mi.
Yes. It's all over the world sports competition,
Olympics.
but in the cold.
Winter Olympics.
Yes. It's a energy drink plus an alcoholic drink.
Ooh.
Vodka and energy and caffeine in it.
Smirnoff.
No. It's a shape and a color.
Time. Sorry.
Red square.
Oh, I don't drink
It has
that.
caffeine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it does.
I don't drink that.
Oh,
How many did you guys get?
pretty
Like
good though.
3.
Yeah.
But time was up though.
So time was up. My bad. So I guess you guys are disqualified.
Wow.
because he wasn't keeping the time.
Yeah, that's our fault.
Was he blamed for being great? That's not fair.
So you guys want to go again?
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they need.
They want redemption. They need redemption. Wait for it. Go.
Okay, aviation company. An aviation company. They make airplanes and all of that. Okay. Where's Dubai? Which country? Okay. Let's
There's a tough
Wow. Okay. Well, the car brand that's really popular in South Africa.
Toyota?
No.
Time.
Redemption.
It was Boeing,
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia, and then it was Volkswagen Polo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bit of a tough one.
A bit of a tough one.
So you guys want to go again?
Yeah.
So now you describe it.
I'm a really bad guesser.
Ready? Go.
I'm sorry.
Where is he from?
Mauritius.
Awesome. It's a car. It's big. I think it's American.
Ford.
Sounds like a tool. Sounds like a tool.
A hammer. You're doing
Yeah,
a
but it's a car.
a Hummer.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you know this one. He sang the song "Living on a Prayer."
Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Of course. Come on.
When you're really, really smart, you get it. You get an award.
Yeah, the Nobel Peace Prize.
Not peace.
Time.
but
Nobel
you got
Prize.
it.
Oh, does that count? Does that count?
Okay, I think
Do we get Nobel
we are
Prize?
clearly inferior.
And Lane was like,
No, this is unfair though. Like the whole Mauritius one, I
Did you-
disagree with.
Did you hear those hints though? That was genius. A car that sounds like a tool.
yeah, she is really good.
Yeah.
I'm amazing at this game.
Well, then he's like, he's a bad guesser and he's out here.
Yeah,
Owning
because
it.
I'm amazing at describing. You're
That's what it
welcome.
was. Yeah, thank you. Honestly, you carried us there.
So I think we all know who won clearly.
Clearly,
Team two. Let's go.
So
we tried.
you guys did okay. Now I know who not to partner with.
Effort, guys.
Now I know who not to partner with when I'm playing 30 seconds. No offense. I'm very competitive. So first question that I want to ask
Oh yes.
everyone. What made you study in SA? Like what made you want to come and study this side? You don't want to go first.
I don't mind. I specifically came here for wildlife. In America, we do have some nice wildlife, but obviously nothing compares to like lions and cheetahs and leopards and all like the big cats, that a massive amount of antelopes and everything. And when I came here back in 2018, I did a little volunteering at a sanctuary for cheetahs, and you kind of learn how much your guys' culture is involved in wildlife and conservation. Like it's a big part of your guys' economy and stuff. I mean, you guys grow up with these animals. I really admired that, and I thought maybe going somewhere where that was part of the culture, the education on the wildlife would be a little more intense. And so yeah, I came here for the opportunity to learn more about conservation and wildlife.
Oh, that's great. Nice. Anyone going next?
Okay, I don't mind going next. To be honest with you, I kind of just like ended up here by accident. I was studying at a university in Botswana, and I was doing a degree in cytology, and I hated it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Never mind.
hated it. It was the worst. I don't think it was the degree. I think it was more the university.
Sure.
But you know, I never said that. Botswana's great, yay. I didn't like the degree, and then my mom actually suggested I study vet, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And she was like, I found this school in South Africa. They have a vet degree. You should apply. I was like, bet. I didn't even think I was gonna get in or
That's
anything.
crazy.
And I just ended up getting in, and I was like, cool. So I'm off. I'm gone. Like I just got here. I was like, okay, cool.
And
That's
you
it.
left.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that as a backup plan. That's crazy.
That's insane.
The mad thing is, when I told my friends and my family back home, they were like, yeah, we always knew you were going to be a vet. I don't know what you were doing with the other stuff. And I was like, really? Y'all didn't tell me?
Cytology.
Yeah,
What is like cytology?
it's basically just studying cells. Literally.
So it means you're gonna be rocking clean path.
Oh my god. You better be
It's the
ready for
worst.
histos on Monday as well.
I'm trying. It's boring. That's the thing. It's not hard. It's just like,
Yeah, it's boring.
it's
It is really boring. It's like
yeah.
memorizing.
Now a whole degree
so
of just
much.
looking at stuff under microscopes.
I don't know, that kind of sounds cool, but that's the nerd in me, I think.
When
Yeah.
you do it every week,
Maybe.
every single day, you're like, nah, I'm done.
And those.
For me, it was more of like a financial decision. Like, okay, I wasn't really like my first country that I wanted to go to. There's no vet school in Mauritius. The first country I wanted to go to was Canada, but then financially didn't make very much sense because it's extremely pricey there. And then it was a toss-up between South Africa and Kenya, and then I was like, South Africa feels more like closer to my culture compared to Kenya. So yeah, like I didn't even know. My dad applied for me, and then he was just like, "Yeah, pack your bags, you go." What? So
Pack your bags and leave it.
Yeah,
What did you do to your dad?
No, I was a very messy kid. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I came correct, I guess. Yeah,
Hopefully.
hopefully. I'm still a pretty big headache for him even now, but it is what it is, you know. He learned to deal with it.
Yeah, that's good. And then Miriam?
So there is vet school in Namibia,
Yeah.
but I was also a foreigner in Namibia because I was born in Namibia, but my nationality is Angolan.
Yeah.
So my parents wanted me to go to South Africa because my older sisters came, and since young we always followed each other. So my first older sister went to UCT, so I just knew I was going to go to UCT, and she also applied for me, and I also just got in there doing BSc. So it's like I didn't really have a say because it's like the older sister like steps like opens the door, so like the youngest just like follows. So it was Cape Town and UCT, but then I was not happy there. So then I just packed up my bags and I applied to UP and I came. And also because, also financially it's also better, SA, and it's also closer to home.
Yeah.
So all those factors do impact.
Oh, that's nice. I think you were saying that you rejoice when the South African rand does badly.
I definitely do. I definitely do.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
Me too.
Every time, because my parents send me a set amount of money, and when the rand goes down, I'm getting more money. Like, I love it.
That's fantastic.
I'm not gonna lie, I watch it every single day. Every single day you plan on when you make
Praying
your
for yours
tuition
down.
payments.
Yeah.
When you draw from the ATM, you make all different plans for that.
Yeah.
You watch
So
the
it's like calculated.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, it makes a big difference because it can go down like a whole rand sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
So it ends up being a lot when you're paying for tuition.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's interesting to see how you all have different reasons for applying here,
True.
and how you all had one space. I think that's quite interesting. Like, I think for me, I wanted to do vet growing up, and then I changed my mind at some point. I was doing geoinformatics. I was doing geography now. I was really good at it,
Wow.
so I could do it in my sleep.
Yeah.
So then matric, applied for geography, got accepted at UP, and then they gave me my first assignment. And I remember telling my mom and dad, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this no more after having been accepted. They're like, why? I'm like, I don't know. This is boring. I was just good at it. I didn't really like it. Like, I was just good at something.
Sure.
And then I'm like, okay, let me apply for vet. Applied first time, I didn't make it. I'm like, okay, I'll do animal science and then transfer.
Yeah.
And then I did that first year animal science. Luckily, made it through, transferred. Now I'm here. But also, I did when I got to UP for animal science, I met Prof. And he made me not want to apply.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did that convince you?
Yeah, it was just like, it's competitive. A lot of students want to apply, and then I was like, you know what? I'm fine in animal science. I'll just take and do farming. And then my friends are like, dude, just apply. You have nothing to lose. If you don't make it, then it's fine. If you make it, then I did that. Applied, and I made it. Now I'm here. So
But geography to vet is such a jump in subjects. How was that like where you went to right after? Did you always love animals? Like, did you always have a passion?
I've always loved animals.
Yeah.
I've done some crazy stuff.
That's not the craziest one I've heard, though. As someone who was in the hospitality business,
Whoa.
and then he just decided, he's in his 30s, he just decided, you know what? Vet it is.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and he's
And-
like, he's in his 30s. He's
Well,
in
good
our
for him.
class. Yeah.
Who's that?
Tony. Tony
Oh,
was in the
Tony.
hospitality business, and
Ah,
then he
okay.
just decided.
That's cool. It's never too late to chase your dreams.
Yeah, it's never too late.
Yeah.
Actually, never too late. And then also, Lane, I think the whole tuition fee, registration fee thing affected you, or it's gonna affect you now
Yeah.
with the registration.
Well, I'm a little confused on that because they keep going back and forth whether they're going to implement it or not. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard it's been instated and then it's been revoked and then instated again and revoked. So I'm not entirely. It's just your first down payment has to be more, right?
Yeah.
As far as I know, so that's probably going to be doubled for the internationals.
Yeah,
which
but I
would
think
be-
only for those that are not in the SADC region.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, from what I understand, I could be wrong, but I think if you are in the SADC, then you don't.
Is that all of you guys?
I'm also kind of confused about it because like when I checked the SADC thing, it was like registration fee is separate compared to like the only thing that changed that the SADC people don't have to pay is like the double
payment.
the double
thing,
payment. Like you're basically paying for another student.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that. We pay like South Africans,
Yeah.
but registration we on our own basically.
So it's actually the same. We're still gonna pay the same registration fee. It's gonna
It's
go up for
everywhere.
all of us.
Yeah,
It's just
really
that-
adds.
Yeah. But like we're gonna pay like the amount that Lane is also gonna pay.
Really?
Yes. Because last time I was at the office, like they did tell me like,
Oh, hectic.
yeah. So
So
then
they're adding places now that have to make the international payment.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
but then we're
That is
gonna
not
pay
fun.
less overall because we are
Not
SADC.
fun at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not fun at all. actually.
Like I was also thinking about for you guys that aren't part of SADC, like financially it's like I might as well just study at home and be fine there because like you come in here and they're basically extorting you at this point. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like I already feel like I'm being extorted. Now I can't even imagine for you guys.
I mean, it's upsetting for sure. Luckily for me, our currency is doing super well. So going here all 6 years is cheaper than 1 year of vet school in the States.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hectic.
So yes, that would be taken care of through student loans in the States. Like the government would give me a student loan to cover all that money, but that's still 6 years of all that you're in debt once you graduate. So it's actually smarter to come here. Like financially, you said as well, it's easier to come here, and I mean that it does help me quite a bit as well. It's ridiculously expensive in the States, so I'm upset about it, but I can't complain that much. You know, at the end of the day, it's still
It's still better.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Okay. Well, at least it's still better.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And then, what would you say was like the biggest culture shock you have experienced in SA? Like when you first got here.
Ooh, I got a great story. I got in really big trouble. And this was over an email to a professor. Because, so in the States, right, I already have a degree. I went through college and university and everything. And in the States, you talk to your professors like their colleagues, right? You're both educated people working in this similar field. You talk to them like a colleague. Well, I attempted to do that to one professor, and I got the nastiest email ever. Like, she responded with, "You need to learn how to properly or email a professor before you ever talk to me again. This is completely unacceptable to speak to me in this tone. Have a good day." And that was it. And then I was like, okay. I think I was asking her about a test or something, like if I could like retake a test or something, or I don't remember. Maybe not retake a test. I can't even remember what it was. It was about an assignment or something small, and she just was not having it. So that was a big shock. You guys have this big like respect and seniority thing with your professors, and I jumped into it just friendly, like, "Hey buddy, could you maybe like look at this for me, check this out?" Like I remember what it was. I was asking her about a question I got wrong on a test.
Yeah.
And I was asking her if she could check it, and she just, "No, do not speak to me like this. You need to check yourself, like learn where you're at," sort of
Hectic.
thing. Yeah, that scared me. I was scared. I was texting all my friends like, "Does this normally happen? What did I do wrong? Correct my email, please." I was so worried.
That's hectic.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it was
It's scary.
It was scary.
Leander?
I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's that big, but you guys have a lot of languages in South Africa.
Yep.
And first, I realized that for some reason, everywhere I went, people would talk to me in whatever language they know, which is fine. But when I said I didn't understand, they'd be shocked, like I'm supposed to know
Really?
what there's. I was like, why are you shocked? Why?
You're supposed to know.
Like they expected me, like I don't know. I speak 2 languages. I speak English and Setswana, right?
Yeah.
people would come to me speaking in Zulu or Xhosa, and I'd be like, I don't understand, and they'd look at me like,
How dare
just
you.
disappointed, and I'm like, you have all the languages here. I don't know why you're shocked. You've never met somebody who doesn't speak what you speak.
I
Like,
think you have 12 now.
you see,
12.
I
Yeah,
must just
including
know.
sign language.
They added more.
No, sign language.
sign language.
All right.
But then, even in the 12, there's other subsets of languages. Like you have Kilobedu,
Yeah.
which is not an official, but people speak it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And I'm just like,
It's the
shocked.
first
It's
time
like,
I hear
"Ah,
about that
like,
one.
I don't know what you're saying. And they're like, and I'm like, why? Don't be disappointed in me. I'm not from
They always,
here.
I think it does happen that they get disappointed.
They get
Yeah.
so upset.
I think you said someone was speaking to you in
I
Afrikaans.
had like in my first year here, I had like it was mostly like all the black ladies that grew up in like the apartheid era where they basically were forced to speak Afrikaans, right? They don't speak English, so they would see me, and since I look kind of colored, they would speak to me in Afrikaans, and I'd be like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. And they'd still like, they'd speak slower and louder, as if I'm, oh, my bad. as if I couldn't, like, I just don't know the language, I'm sorry.
Hearing problem, don't you?
Yo, and what would you say was your biggest culture shock?
My biggest culture shock was probably like the fact that race here is this massive thing. Everyone is so concerned about race and all of that, whereas me, I'm a mixed race baby. Like wherever I went in Mauritius, like it depending on who's talking to me, my race changes apparently. So if it's a black person talking to me, I'm white. Just because I'm very light skinned, I'm white. They call me, like most of my high school life, they call me Lil White. Like, but it doesn't sound that cool, guys. It doesn't sound that cool. It's like, yeah. If I'm talking to a white person, then apparently I'm either black or Chinese. Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, so yeah.
Hectic.
That's crazy.
that is something crazy. So now your race depends on whoever is speaking.
Yeah, I'm race fluid. that's what I'd like to believe.
Race fluid. Ah, nice. And then you, Miriam?
Mine is similar to, it's also like the race and the language,
Yeah.
because I also get people speaking to me. Sometimes they speak in Afrikaans or they speak in, what's the language they speak? Pedi?
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty.
And when I don't respond, they actually get offended. It's like they treat me rudely after that. It's like as if I don't want to speak it.
Yeah.
Or like or someone will approach me, they'll be very kind, speaking their language, and the moment I respond in English, they're like, oh, never mind, and like they walk away. So it's just, it's kind of, it's like that assumption that just because I'm here in your country doesn't mean I am from here.
Yeah.
And like they don't even try to understand or even like just try to get to know me. The moment I'm not from here, it's like they just want to leave me alone. And the other cultural shock I got, it's also just like the racial segregation. It's so intense, like everyone just gravitates to their race. And like the thing is, as a foreigner, I always feel left out because I don't feel at home with black people here. And it's like they don't include me. So like I'll be around people, but they will be speaking their own language.
Yeah.
So then when I go to another group, they say that I'm going away from them, but like I'm going to people who speak English because while I sit with you, if you're gonna speak Zulu the whole time.
And then you can't understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I never felt the need to stick to a group of people the way I feel in essays. Like I feel like I need to find my people and just stick to them because like everyone is just grouping up. So I'm like, where's my clique? I'm like, where's my group? So it's like, so definitely that, because back home it's not. We have race, like we have either you're black, white, or like mixed, but we don't like focus on that. But like the moment I got into essay, I feel like I had to put my race on I stamped my race on my forehead. Because everyone from the Uber driver to like cashiers, they always ask me like, what am I? Like, does it matter? Like, does it?
And it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it's like they
It
want to
shouldn't
box
matter.
me. Like the first thing they ask is like, so where are you? Like, what are you? It's like it's like my only identity, but like there's so much more to me.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's definitely the race. It's too much.
Yeah.
It is.
But I understand apartheid chain. But
Yeah, I think that is something that everyone kind of can see when it comes to SA, that whole race idea and the thing. It's like
But
it's a big one.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
Also, it's like apartheid ended like fairly recently, so we can't expect major leaps in like what 30 years, something like that, 30 something years.
Yeah.
We can't expect major leaps in like 3 decades. Like our country has been, when slavery ended, that was like 150 years ago, and we kind of like moved past that. There was like the imported, well, that was basically importation at that point, a bunch of indentured laborers from India, and basically the majority of the Mauritian population now is Indian. So like we just, like, okay, maybe we don't have racism, but there's definitely this thing of like, oh, you're from this religion, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You're from that religion, I don't want to talk to you. And then there's me, I'm an atheist, I'm a pot, like everyone hates me.
You just choose not to believe in whatever they believe in, so you can interact with everyone, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I like personally, to me, it's like it's just a belief. Like it's fine. Like I won't judge you for what you believe, and I expect the same
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah.
It's just also just, it's a big shift coming from a place that doesn't have, segregation like anyway. Because Botswana's like, everybody's friends with everybody. Botswana's so small, everybody literally knows everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's so bad. It doesn't matter who you're talking to. You, as soon as you say, oh, I met this person, they're like, let me tell you about this person. Everybody knows everybody. So I don't think we have enough people to
Enough
be separate
space
like
to
that.
be
Yeah.
Like you'd be outed out if you were to be like.
Yeah, like,
'cause, like
the whole, the entire population of Botswana is only 2 million people.
No, close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough. 1.3.
you guys are 1.3.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very small, and we
And
haven't
we're like
had-
50 something.
300 something there.
No wonder it's quiet.
We have too many people, to be honest.
So it's like, you can't get away with anything in Botswana because everybody's gonna know
Yeah.
already. Everybody's gonna know.
No.
And also, another thing that I've become very aware of when I came to SA is when people say I have an accent. And it's like they say before I open my mouth, it's like people assume, like maybe some people say maybe she's colored or maybe she's this, but the moment I speak, they're like, no, she's not one of us. And I'm just like, it made me so aware. Like, even when I speak to people, it's like I feel like I can just hear myself, and I listen to people's accents, but I just can't imitate it. That's not want to change who I am, but I'm just like,
You have a nice accent, you shouldn't change it.
thank
Yeah,
you.
you should change
Like
it.
people
Sure.
always, it's like the first thing people like the girl with an accent. I'm like, I have an accent? Like no, my 18 years, no one ever told me I have an accent. But
Until you came here.
yeah, people like, you have an accent. I'm like, we all have an accent.
I feel like it's not that strong though.
Thank
Well,
you.
It's not her accent.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
that strong.
Yeah, I think.
Maybe yours.
Ah, come on, now. Come on. Like
I'm
I've
joking, I'm
also
just joking.
had the same comment. They're like, yeah, are you colored? Until I start opening my mouth, and then they're like, oh no, definitely not. Maybe you won't get stabbed or something.
I think another thing that shocked me, I don't know how to explain it, okay? But I think it's just like an attitude type of thing. People in Botswana don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care how you look at us. We don't care what you think of us. Like, we really just don't pay attention to anybody. If you want to do what you want to do, you do it, right?
Yeah.
Coming here, it kind of feels like being back in high school, where it's like everybody has eyes on everybody. You get
Yeah.
me? It's like kind of petty a little bit.
Oh, definitely.
And I don't like, it's very weird
Yeah.
for me because I come from a place where the university where I was at, right? Like here, everybody wakes up in the morning dressed up really cute. Everything's like, everybody like really tries every day. In Botswana during exam season, there's people who literally wake up like one morning, go to the library the whole day, and then go to write their exam like in their pajamas or something, and then go back to sleep. Like it's so chill. It's like nobody cares about anything.
Yeah.
Exam season, you can go 3 days without combing your hair. Nobody's gonna be like, that person didn't comb their hair. I don't know what's going on in their life. Everybody's gonna be like, yeah, no, this is university. And I come here and like everybody is so uptight. I don't know how to explain it.
No,
It's
I
just
get what
like-
you're saying.
Yeah.
I've talked to some other people about this as well. I think one of the big things about it is that we are such a small campus, and like we all live on this campus.
Yeah.
So a lot of these things that we experience here from what I've heard, isn't like the actual experience of South Africa. Like we just get this little like micro environment that does end up feeling a lot like high school sometimes.
Yeah.
You see the same people every
Every day.
You wake up, you walk the same route. You get lunch at the same time. You know, you're interacting with a lot of the same people. So you do get, and we do see most of the kids on campus. It's not that often that I see a new person that lives here that I haven't seen before, sort of thing. So I think the environment that we're in kind of creates some issues for sure. But yeah, so it's hard to say like extrapolate this kind of environment to entire South Africa. If that makes sense.
Cool.
But I'm still confused as to like why some people like dress up basically, because me, I gave up long time ago. I'm like, who am I impressing? It's fine.
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning, sometimes I don't even feel like combing my hair.
Yeah.
Look
It's
at that
all over
beautiful
the
mustache.
place.
You're telling me you don't try. That's gorgeous.
Well trimmed.
Stop. Yeah, seriously. He's a
Guys,
grown
I've
man.
never shaved. I'm 24 years old. I've never shaved. This is the best I can do.
That's incredible.
Hectic. But I think some people dress up because you dress well, you feel well, you feel good, kind of thing. You look good.
feel good.
Yeah, kind of.
You don't
Like,
want to
I
look like
get
your
it.
problems.
Yes,
I get
don't
that. Yeah.
don't look like a problem.
Mask that.
I get that on some days, but like if you're in res and it's a weekend and I
True.
want to walk from my room to like I just woke up, I haven't taken a shower yet, and I want to walk from my room to the cafeteria to get lunch or breakfast. Don't look at me like, why is this girl in sweatpants? It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Like I just woke up. I just want to go get food. Like you're gonna see people's undone sides
Right.
when you live in the same place.
100%.
Don't be shocked.
I think it's that expectation that you're supposed to. You can't leave your room as if you're not ready to leave your room, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
but I understand when you say when you see the same people every time, living in the same place in the same environment, you won't see them as their tops up every time.
Yeah.
You will
But
get
that's
to
not who
see
they are,
them
you know what I mean?
when they are undone, as you said.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm done.
I like that.
So what would you guys say is like the thing you dislike the most about SA and your favorite thing about SA? It's getting deep.
Yeah. You're setting traps for us here. Yeah.
Okay. I'll start with the good, because I'm going to compare South Africa to Angola and Namibia.
Okay.
So South Africa is more advanced compared to those two countries. Like Ubers, we don't have that back home. Online
escalators.
shops, pardon?
We still don't.
It's really escalators.
Ladders.
Like even McDonald's, we don't have back home. So like coming
Ew.
to
That's a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
So
Coming-
Either.
You guys are ahead in that way.
so coming to SA was really like an upgrade for me.
Yeah.
Because of like online shop, even like the shopping malls here are so big. We have like 4 floors, and I'm like, wow, so many options. Like you go to Canal Walk in Cape Town, and you're like, this is the life,
Yeah.
Because back home, it's like either in Angola, either you shop at boutiques, which are like very very expensive,
Yeah.
or you shop in the streets, like the street vendors. Like
The
there's no
street
in
vendors.
between.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like I don't really buy much at home in Angola because here in SA we have more options. We have like Cotton On, we have Mr. Price and all. We don't have that back home. So either you're really buying very expensive clothes or second-hand clothes like in the streets.
Sure.
Yeah, Namibia is a little bit better though. Namibia is better. So that's the thing I like about SA, it's more advanced. And the thing I don't like is the xenophobia. Especially like when it's in the news, like it just makes me like as a foreigner feel very unwanted and very unsafe. Like I'm very scared, especially if I'm like in an Uber alone, to like let them know that I'm not South African. So I like try not to speak too much. And they always like try to take it out of me, like, so where are you from? I just say like I'm from here, because I don't know like who I'm speaking to.
Yeah, yeah.
And it feels like the hatred is very intense. Like I really like in the media, like they say foreigners are taking everything, their jobs, their wives, everything. So so
Take everything.
so that's like the fear I live with. Like as an outsider, I'm always just like blend in as much as you can. Don't speak too much, just so I don't stand out as a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough. And The xenophobia is a real one, actually. It's the same with the racism, you know. It's like the Rainbow Nation idea thing, but then now it's like with conditions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Depending on how someone is feeling at the end of the day. Yeah.
Well, you're working there, like you said.
Yeah, dude, it's a work in progress. I think, but what I can see the progression of it.
Definitely.
It's like when you see, I want to use education as an example.
Sure.
That with like, I'll say black people, they're getting more educated and getting better jobs, and then they have kids who then get more kids, and then they get better jobs. So you see that progressive literacy that is happening.
Yeah,
And
the education really helps.
so with the xenophobia and the racism as well, we're seeing more and more people who are educated, also more like people, I don't know, people who were not in that era, and people who are actually confident to engage in such conversations. Like we see more and more people of different races, different colors coming in and actually speaking about it. We see more and more being like white people coming into the space and saying racism is wrong and being proactive, not reactive. And we see even black people doing the same thing. So I see the progress, even though it's moving slow, but it's moving.
It's moving.
I think it's moving.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm a pessimist. So I'm gonna start with what I dislike. The fact that everything is for here. Everything is for. If you don't have a car, just give up. You can't walk nowhere here in South Africa.
I'm gonna be touching on this as well.
And
I said I'm gonna be touching on this one as well.
Okay.
It's like,
and also that ties in with like the crime rates, because like obviously you don't like everything is for. You don't want to walk for 30 minutes
you can't walk.
when people might like attack you or something. I mean, I haven't really been in a situation where I was like mugged or anything like that. I have friends that have been there, but yeah, like I hate the fact, like at home, for example, if I need anything, right, I get out of my house, I walk for 2 minutes, I can get like a little shop and get my things there. Here I have to take an Uber. Anytime I need something, I have to take an Uber.
Yeah.
And Ubers are expensive. I'm not trying to waste my money on that. So yeah.
I think maybe it's because of where you're living. Maybe you should go live in like
city.
Not in the city. It's one thing. Or you can go to like Atteridgeville, Sosh.
Wow.
No, but like I think in the townships, that's where everything's walking
Yeah,
distance.
no, I guess. But like even when I was living in Hatfield, where I was living, it was always like at least 5-10 minutes of walking for me to get to some place to buy something. And I'm like, I don't want to walk. I'm tired. I'm lazy. When I'm home, I don't walk.
But I think it's because South Africa is such a big country, though. We have so much
no,
land.
it is.
We have so
It
much
is a
land
very
that
big country.
to occupy every single year. That's gonna take us.
It's a lot of infrastructure you need to put in.
Infrastructure. We have a lot of animals, like you were saying, wildlife,
Yeah,
conservation.
Yeah. Right.
We need to conserve the land, so you gotta walk for the lions, at least for the lions.
I mean, sooner or later, you know, these rich people are gonna come here and they're gonna shoot them all.
No.
They're gonna be gone soon enough,
Come
I
on.
guess.
You guys are protecting rhinos with AK-47s. There's not a chance they're gonna let them take the lions out. I promise.
That was a joke, guys. I am still studying to be a vet. I value animal life. And the thing that I like is the cost of living here. It's like last year when the budget came out for like in my country, everyone was like making jokes that like anytime you want to have a party now, you have to take a loan basically, because everything, like for example, I'm a smoker. I buy a box of cigarettes here for 30 rand. The same box, if I buy that at home, I'm paying like 100 rand for one box. So yeah, like alcohol.
Maintain
Yeah.
bad habits.
Alcohol, very cheap
Very
here.
nice.
Very cheap. Food even, it's cheaper here
It's so
than
cheap.
it's so cheap.
Yeah.
So yeah. Other than the only thing that I feel like is pricey here, maybe not for you,
Xenophobia.
No, no, I've been hearing about you guys paying like thousands of dollars for like a 1-bedroom apartment or something like
No,
that.
Yeah, exactly. It's way worse than that. Yeah.
But accommodation is kind of pricey here.
Yeah.
Like back home, with that money that I'm paying for my room here, someone could probably get a house with that. Like not a massive house, but a house nonetheless.
Yeah. No, I agree with that actually. Like surprisingly, yeah, it is expensive to rent certain places in the States, but the prices that it would cost to rent an apartment here is the same as the places that I was living in the States. Granted, I wasn't in like a big booming city or anything like that, but it was the same price, and I was like shocked. I thought that there was going to be like a big price drop to live here, but no, you guys charge quite a bit actually.
Yeah.
I think
The thing is, like, I feel like for you guys, like, obviously there you getting paid for that, like you can afford it.
Right.
But like here, like we're looking at like the average salary here of a South African, and seeing places being priced this much, and I'm like, how do you expect people to buy a house ever?
No, that's what I immediately thought. I was like, are you guys making that much income to be able to afford this on a monthly payment like that? That's ridiculous.
I don't know. I think I don't know much about property or anything like that, but I think probably like the crime rate is what plays a role. Because now obviously people study security now. To live in the better areas, you want to be willing to pay for the security and all of that.
That does make a little sense.
Yeah. I don't know, but
Nice
our
but
rates
still,
are quite
it's pretty high.
Isn't it still kind of pricey to live in Chicago?
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a very dangerous city. Depending on the side you're on, yeah. But I don't think there's any cheap places in Chicago, probably. I don't know. My dad's from there, but I couldn't say any more about the place.
That's all you know.
Mhm.
Just keep it there.
America's a big place as well. So.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the like. There's a few things that I really like about this place. First of all, the wildlife. Unreal, guys. Like the coolest animals ever. Like I really can't explain it, but like we're going to like Pilansburg, or I got to go to the Kalahari, and I just felt so happy and like privileged to be able to like witness the amount of exotic wildlife that you guys have just roaming everywhere in these places, right?
Yeah.
In these places, like in the States, when you go to a national park, you might see like one herd of bison, and like that's your big experience. It's really spread out, right? It's really spread out. They're very hard to find. A lot of like the big fauna that you want to see is endangered, so you're not seeing most of it at all. Where you guys have a pretty good amount of it still. So wildlife, unreal. I mean, that's why I'm here. You could have guessed that, honestly. But another thing that I really like about this place is this degree is really difficult, right? Like we can all agree, like you have to put in a lot of hours. There's so much self-studying and all this stuff, but like it's pushing me to be the best student that I can be. It's actually like forcing me to be really knowledgeable on the material that we are tested on and everything, which I appreciate a lot. I felt like in the States for my first degree, granted it was a bachelor's. Bachelor's means something a little different in the States. It's your first 4-year degree, and then you move on to your doctorate in veterinary medicine. So it was just a bachelor's in the States, but it felt like they wanted you to pass, right? Where here, they don't care if you pass. They don't care. They set a standard, and if you don't reach it, sorry. You know, someone else is coming in. Someone else is ready to take your place. So this place really pushes you to be more educated. So I really do appreciate that a lot.
It's good. It's good.
And then
on to the bad stuff.
Yeah. So I wanted to touch on the availability thing that George was talking about. Like the fact that you guys don't have 24-hour shops is so inconvenient. Like you have to, like maybe it's like 10 o'clock and you're trying to put like your TV on the wall, or you need an HDMI cable, or you know you're doing these things, or maybe it's late, you just got out of the gym and you want to order some food or something. It's just not happening. Sorry, everything in the whole country is closed. You can't get anything anymore, which coming from the States is crazy. Like, I mean, you would stay up all night and you would go out to the bars with your friends, right? And then it's like 2 a.m. in the morning, and then like you go to a diner,
Yeah.
or like a pancake house, basically, sort of thing, and it's just open 24/7, and it's just like the thing you do. It's like it's so nice to have like a nice little meal, drunk with your friends and everything, and it's just those kinds of things I don't get to experience anymore. On top of like the inability to like just get something whenever you need it. It's so the convenience isn't there, which is something that I really miss. I wish you guys had.
We do have some.
Do you?
But it's very rare.
Like Uncle Fauzi in Hatfield is 24/7. McDonald's used to be 24/7, but
You can't.
Majority-
You can't overeat those though.
yeah.
Right.
no.
Yeah. You have to be there. You have to be
You
out.
have to
in
be
the
there.
street.
Yeah.
You have to be there to experience it. Yeah, but I mean,
But it's hard to find that
yeah,
stuff.
I think the latest I know was probably like 10 o'clock. Some shops. I know Menlo used to close really
You guys
late.
have
at
so
some-
many public holidays as well. That places are closed.
Yeah,
Like it's crazy.
we
You'll
need to
have-
rest.
You have a holiday. You have a holiday every month. Like that's unreal to me. Oh my word. We
You
have
guys have
maybe
public holidays like
not everywhe's open still. Like you
Oh.
gotta make money still. You know what I
I
mean?
guess
You can't take the
Yeah.
day off.
Maybe that's why we're so behind.
They
don't stop working.
Is the
America,
same thing.
the home of
Yeah,
capitalism.
like one of my dislikes of South Africa is you guys have a lot of small holidays in like random times,
Oh,
which
really?
bothers me because
What do you mean like small, like a one
like a
day?
week, like
Oh.
1 day, 2 days a week. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
the midterm, the mid
You want the whole week.
holidays and stuff, like the
Yeah.
school holidays.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not used to that. In Botswana, between first semester and second semester, there's a 2-month break.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah. We do like these big holidays that we put together.
Exactly.
Like you get through school as fast as possible.
Exactly.
And then you have like a big
Big
December
break.
holiday from like November until February.
Mhm.
And then you have a break in between from like August till like July or something. You get me? July to August. I don't know
Yeah.
which one comes first. I
You
can't
guys
remember.
have these random weeks off.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
it's-
strange.
and it's actually-
And I have no
it's-
idea what it's about. Like 3 people know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this day. You didn't. I was like,
And it's,
no,
it's
nobody knew. We're all just chilling. Like, thank God that we got a break finally.
and it's frustrating because I want to go home for the holidays. You get me?
Yeah.
See my family and stuff.
That's it.
And to drive 5 hours to Botswana to go spend a day
Yeah.
home,
You can't
it's
do
not
that.
worth it. You
Yeah,
get
like
me?
the cost is kind of too
Yeah,
much.
and fuel and all that. Like
Right.
going home is
These
not
little
an
ones
easy
take
thing.
off from the big holiday. at the end.
Exactly.
So you guys would rather have no little break and then have a big one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because like we can't go home in that April one. We can't go
Yeah.
home in that September one.
Yeah.
The June one is.
It's still
It
kind of
is,
somewhat.
yeah, you know. So
Yeah.
only go home
I
like.
It's usually
went home,
3
it was
weeks.
worth it.
Like
Yeah, it's
But
3
it's not
weeks.
as-
yeah, and
I
like
went from having 2-month breaks in the middle of the year, 2 months just off.
Yeah.
To 3
and like
weeks.
for you and me, I don't know if you fly home.
Yeah, fly.
Yeah, like those tickets are crazy expensive,
Ridiculous.
and now like if I'm
Yeah.
going just for a week,
Because you're buying
Why?
round trip
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
So
And on
like you're
top of-
gonna pay 20K for a week.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like just stay home, just stay at rest and sit for a week.
Yeah.
Because
And on top of that, I feel like because of how tough the degree is, those holidays aren't really holidays.
You study.
It's just a study
That's
break.
true.
It's you have
It's-
10 days
it's
where you're not
even a
going to
study
class,
break.
study.
you
Yeah.
still have to
I live
study.
in
Yeah, it's
Victoria and
not
I still
study
don't go
break,
home.
you know.
those times.
You see?
It's a break
Yeah.
to study is what it is.
Yeah, it's a break to study. It's not a study
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, like sometimes when I tell my brother, I'm like, I can't, I can't hang out today. I know it's a long weekend or whatever, and you wanted to come visit, but I have a test on Monday. Like after the holiday, I have a test.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's like, you have a test, and I'm like, yes.
We write every week. People don't sometimes don't
Yeah.
understand it.
That is
Every week.
crazy.
Like my mom,
Testing.
my
there are
mom.
hot tests
Every
every
single
week.
week.
No, but at the
That's
same
so
time
crazy.
though, I don't know how I would manage if we had like 1 week where we had 2 tests. I would go crazy.
Like engineering,
Like-
like engineering week where you
like-
like all your tests
I
in
don't
one
know,
week.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
They
I'm
might have
used
set it
to.
up
You
correctly
have a
for this
CA
degree
period,
specific.
but they don't do it in 1
Okay,
week. In Botswana, you have maybe like 2-3 weeks where it's the CA test period. So
Mm.
before that, it's just studying, and then they'll tell you, okay, all the stuff we've covered is going to be on the CA.
Hectic. I don't know. Yeah, nah.
It would feel like an exam.
Yeah, it's like I'm
Like
always
a week
writing
of like 2
exams.
tests.
Because what they're doing for the engineering faculty, they have that engineering week,
Yeah.
and then you just write tests that whole week. Imagine if we did that. You have EQM, you have SAS, DPT.
There's so much crossover, you know?
Yeah.
I'd be answering like VIM for VAB or something.
Look at him, he's still in second year and he's talking about crossover. Third year, you
Yeah.
start. Fourth year, the way all these things are like interconnected, if you're not up to date on
With
everything,
anyone, you
just give up. Just give up.
So you can't
Just
afford.
one lecture and you're lost in all your subjects.
Yeah, that's the point of no return is fourth year.
Yeah, no,
You
definitely.
gotta dive in now.
What's the one thing that you like or your favorite thing about
It's
the
actually the
country?
same as yours. I like you guys have a lot of stuff. You have a lot of things to do. In Botswana, the yeah, like you just have
You from the States, you are privileged.
He's about like what stuff?
The sheet outside? Yeah, that's cool.
like in Botswana there's not much to do. Like from maybe high school. This is why there's a lot of teenage drinking back home.
Yeah.
Because from that age onwards, you don't really have much to do. Because there's nothing to entertain you. Like you can go ice skating here. You can go to a museum and see art. Like there's stuff to do. You get me?
True.
You can go to like a theme park or
Yeah.
whatever. You guys have a lot of different places in South Africa that you can.
Gold
visit.
Reef.
You get me?
I gotta go there still.
You don't have that in Botswana. You have restaurants that turn into nightclubs after 10 p.m. And if that's all there is to do, teenagers are gonna gravitate to that kind
Yeah.
of energy. So like, you have people drinking from like 15, 14.
That's crazy.
You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we're winning on that one.
That's why
Are you?
That's why.
Nah, I don't think so.
That's why people in my country are alcoholics, because we drink young, because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Literally, we're bored and we're like, there's
I
a
get that.
party.
That's like
Let's go
winters in
get drunk.
Wisconsin as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all like.
Yeah.
Like,
As
isn't
soon
that
as
kind
it
of a
snows,
thing
there's nothing to do
almost
outside. It's
everywhere?
too cold.
Okay, is that a thing
You just go to
in
the bar.
Angola too?
Yeah,
Teenage
it is. It also depends on like
Not
which
the teen.
town you're in. Because
Mm.
I feel like also in SA, I don't know SA that well, but I know maybe Cape Town, Gauteng, like those ones are like those ones have more things to do versus if you go
Yeah.
maybe to Limpopo or like Northwest. So I think also where
You can
you're
see
from,
that,
like where
yeah.
you're settled, it also affects. But I think it's like a universal thing, teenage drinking and
Yeah.
But it also ties in with what you said about things being cheaper, because back home, because we consume so much alcohol, they tax it.
Oh yeah, no. most
So like a
definitely.
bottle here is like twice as much there.
Oh.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Which is like
Yeah,
mad.
but like teenage drinking and teenage drug use back home, outstanding. These kids be doing the most. I remember when I was in high school, my high school was right next to a mall, so sometimes we would be wearing our uniforms, we would jump the fence,
Yeah.
find someone in the mall and tell them to go buy us alcohol. And my dude would do it. He would buy us alcohol and we would drink it on school property. Like, yeah.
Hectic.
That's what happens. I was at a
Everybody.
sports day at my last high school, and a group of students got caught drinking. And literally, they're walking with the teachers, and one of them was like, "We've already been caught. You might as well drink more." And I was like, "What is your plan?"
Yo, I guess the teenage drinking and all of that is like a global crisis.
Yeah.
No,
Not-
most definitely. Most
I think we had that one incident in SA where that gas situation in one of the taverns or pubs, I think it was Eastern Cape, where a lot of young students went to a tavern and then they were drinking, and then the owner put some gas in there to get them out or something like that, and then
What?
No, what?
yeah, I don't know the whole story, but it was on the
Oh,
news.
Actually, I did hear about
You
this.
see that on here, and then
But you're getting money anyways, like.
Yeah,
but they were underage and they didn't want to leave, something like that. So it was like,
no,
I didn't hear this.
I don't really
It's
understand.
so easy to get away with it in Botswana. Nobody checks anything.
yeah,
Mm.
You can, if you look like you might be possibly close to 18, you can get into any liquor establishment. You can.
Is
buy
that
order
your guys'
drinks.
legal drinking age?
Yeah,
18.
Yeah.
yours
But
is
people
21.
start at like.
I was 21 years.
start
how
at
is
like
it in
13,
18?
18?
Yeah. No, I think it's only in the
It's
US
18.
where
Yeah.
like you can buy a gun, you can go die for your country, but you can't buy cigarettes and drink.
You can literally sell your body to people.
At 18.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
you
can
can't-
make pornos. You can have your OnlyFans. You can
Yeah.
do all this stuff. Can't drink them.
So, wow,
What the heck?
that's
It
weird.
makes
Yeah.
no
So you can do
sense.
everything else
It
but
literally
drink until you're 21.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Go USA.
Buy tobacco. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But it probably prevents a lot. Well, I think what its intent is to do is to prevent like drinking and driving
Yeah.
Okay.
incidents.
Oh yeah, drinking and
But
driving.
but I
is a big
feel
thing
like
back home. People are
like our
professionals at it.
generation especially, we're really conscious about like drinking and driving. Like I know my dad. My dad would get like, we go to like family meetings or whatever. Hey, he drink, and then he'd drive home. We'd jump in the car, he'd
What?
drive home. But then I got my license, and since I don't like drinking with my family members, now I'm the designated driver all the time, every time.
Yeah.
That's me.
We need you at our family
I
events.
became,
Come home once a
I
week.
became
But
designated driver just because I was the only one out of my friends who had their license, and it was the most frustrating thing because out of all my friends, I get the most drunk, and now I can't enjoy myself because I have to drive everybody
yeah, it
home.
felt like a punishment. Hey?
Yeah.
Why did I get the license?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Don't drink and drive, guys. Don't drink and
Don't
drive.
do it.
Most definitely.
That's dangerous.
If you guys could bring one thing from your home country to South Africa, what would it be and why? I see Lane is ready to go.
Well, I really thought about this one for a long time, and it was either between the traffic laws, because you guys are just changing lanes with no blinkers.
Yeah.
You guys, these taxis have no care in the world about anything.
Yeah.
It was either that or what I thought would even be better is the electricity, because God,
Yes.
load shedding is a very frustrating thing. And like, I mean, I live on campus most of the time,
Yeah.
right? So I don't even experience it to the most. And there's different degrees.
Yeah,
Of
like
load
stages,
shedding?
4,
Stages?
6.
I don't understand that yet, but all I know is it's super inconvenient. Like, you go to the mall and all of a sudden everything is just shut
Off.
down.
One
Off. There's
thing
no
is
electricity.
They found
What
a
is
way to
happening?
gauge levels of
Yeah.
load shedding,
Yeah.
but they haven't figured out how to solve the problem. So like they have systemic load shedding.
Yeah, like stage 1 is like 1 hour.
Like they're like, okay, we'll cut it off for 4 hours. That'll be stage 1. Stage 6 will be the
unreal.
whole day no power. But they can't say, okay, what are we gonna do?
When
No, apparently, so from what I gathered, they started constructing a nuclear power plant 20 years ago. They're still building it because they're too busy
What?
stealing the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
the corruption.
The corruption is really bad. But yeah, hey, it's fine. We have generators here. I'm okay.
it's really inconvenient for everybody, honestly. Like, I think that is something that's holding you guys back a lot.
Yeah.
The energy
also.
constriction. Like, once you guys get that on board, and obviously the corruption gets fixed a little bit, then you guys will be booming.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean,
Definitely,
there's a lot of-
like
'Cause
your economy
def-
can't work if you
Yeah.
don't have energy.
Like for
so
4 hours,
much.
your business is supposed to be done, right? No online orders, nobody coming in to the shops to get anything like that's unbelievable. That's a lot of profit. you guys
It's a
are missing
limiting
out.
factor.
Yeah.
Very
And
big one.
when I
Even-
was
even the
applying here,
tourism.
nobody ever told me about this. Why did nobody tell me about this? Nobody
But
told me there was
I don't-
no, there
I
was
don't think it's
hours
always
in
been
the
here.
day that you don't get
So
electricity.
you were gonna give up on the Lions just because of some electricity? Come on now.
I wouldn't have
There's
given
no
up.
electricity in the Kruger.
That's true. That's true. I should just like go for a walk and pet the sheep, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
That's what I should do.
Yeah. I think it wasn't there all along. I think it just
Yeah.
It wasn't
came,
this bad.
and
It
then it,
wasn't
just
this
got
bad.
really bad, as you say.
Yeah.
Like now it's bad. Like you
Yeah.
don't even know.
It's a struggle. I don't know how you guys deal with it. Like at home, you guys all have generators.
I don't have load shedding.
You, I guess.
I don't have load shedding right now.
How do you not have load shedding?
I just don't.
It
You live
depends
close
where
to a
you live.
hospital.
No.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the hospital,
it's
but it's
like-
quite far. But like,
Depending on where you are on the grid, sometimes like all your neighbors might not have electricity, but you have electricity and you're chilling. You're like,
That's ridiculous.
yeah, I think for us,
So
we,
does everyone just come over then?
no, I think it's more like the area where we live next to a power
Like, plug
plant
into your house.
that sells
and
electricity.
then what?
as well.
And then you-
Oh.
Yeah, like some power grids.
So every time there's no electricity, then something's wrong. It's not load shedding. So
Yeah.
we sell electricity to Eskom.
Oh.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
No, I live next to a power plant.
oh, okay,
I
okay.
think it's like private owned, and
No,
then
Yeah.
like
they-
I think that's one of the things that
that I like.
that would really benefit South Africa. privatizing the energy production industry, because now ESCOM has a monopoly on it. If they don't want to change it, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? You don't have a choice.
Right.
You have to
Yeah.
come here.
Yeah, that's a big debate. That we
Yeah,
don't wanna,
we'll have it at some point.
yeah, we don't want to go into
Stay
that.
tuned, guys.
In Angola, like we also have load shedding, but South Africa is more organized. At least here, you know, it's at 2 p.m. In Angola, it goes anytime for how many days? Like so we've been having generators always. Like if you don't have a generator, you're not gonna survive. So
Yeah.
I like that SS2 tells you like for 2 hours, like from 2 to 4. In
Yeah,
Angola, you'll wake up, no electricity.
And you don't even know when it's coming back.
You don't know.
That is super inconvenient.
So
And Botswana used to be like that as well.
yeah.
They just fixed the load shedding problem. I found out from my mom. I don't know.
Guys,
I wasn't aware.
I'm not gonna lie. Like so there will be power outages in the States, right? But it's usually when like a cable has been cut. And you just call up the electric company and they fix it in 2 hours. Like there's not a lot of time that you go without electricity in the States. It's very nice.
It's probably because you guys tend to sue for anything and
Exactly.
everything.
Yeah. you get in trouble, honestly. I don't know though, but like I mean, the power supplies. It's so weird to me that you could just shut it off. But like I guess some places are exempt from that, right? Like
Yeah.
government buildings,
Hospitals.
are
Embassies.
hospitals,
Living in embassy, those.
Embassies,
embassies.
yeah.
They don't get that.
and obviously the power plants and stuff like that. I mean that's
Plays a
at least
role.
reasonable.
Yeah. What would you bring back from home if you could bring something?
Honestly, I don't know. Botswana doesn't have stuff. For me, it's like
Is it that dry?
It's a teenage drinking shit.
it's literally so dry. We don't even have like proper clubs. We have restaurants,
Well, that's
and
cool.
then after a certain time,
They
You can
become.
dance.
Yeah.
They move to push the tables to the side.
They turn Super Saiyan.
They push the tables,
They
and
move.
everybody's just moving everywhere, and it's full.
Just take
of
off the
people
tablecloth.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Not even food from Botswana.
Oh, there's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Botswana and South Africa are so similar.
Yeah.
It's South African food as well. Like it's not. There's nothing special.
So you guys are like our cousin.
Yeah, because you guys.
Botswana
have
is our
Tswana-
cousin.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
have.
they're your cousins.
You guys have Tswana people.
We
here
have
as well.
also Botswana is also one of the languages, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Okay.
would you bring, Miriam?
From Namibia, I would bring the meat. I don't know, South Africa's meat just tastes different. It doesn't taste natural.
Okay.
Like,
Sorry.
I'm not gonna touch that.
Sorry.
South Africans are very, very strict on their meat. I'm very proud of it. I'm learning.
like
They don't mess with the meat here.
the biltong back home is just, you can't compare.
Oh,
Like the way,
she did not.
like you need to taste Namibia's one first before you can like comment. Like it's really, it took me 3 years to actually adapt to the meat here. Like it just, it doesn't I can't really taste pork when I'm eating pork. Like in Namibia you can smell it, you can taste it, you can feel it. It's good.
You squeal, baby.
I think you must come back with some biltong for us to taste them.
Yeah.
So we can taste this premium biltong from Namibia.
And Angola, it's also the food, but now it's the fish. The fish there is amazing. Like it's fresh, it's big, it's delicious. So
Pretoria is not known for its fishing.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I had tilapia once here. That was the worst experience I've ever had, guys. Like I never ate tilapia before, so I didn't know what I was getting into. It was disgusting. Okay, it's food. I don't want to say it's disgusting.
No, it's okay.
But
we understand.
coming from obviously like an island where basically you only eat fish from the sea, and now you're tasting mud in your fish, and I'm like, what is this? Please. Yeah.
Hectic. So you say you guys have better food than us.
my preference.
And better
Yes.
meat.
Better meat.
So the meat is the main thing.
Meat and fish, like Namibia meat, Angola
Angola
fish. Yeah, my preference.
Let's bring
Bring
us
it out there.
meat from Namibia and fish from
I don't think the
Angola.
fish can make it. We'll have
I'm sure
to.
KZN has some nice fish. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
I think probably like the coastal areas might
Yeah.
have nice fish.
I feel like it might be better there.
Okay, and then those.
I mean, same thing. Food. there's a lot of things that we eat at home that is so hard to find here. Like even just basic spices, it's hard to find those spices here. Especially the fact that like we also call ourselves the Rainbow Nation apparently, because like basically like you would have like, since from our history you have like a bunch of Indians, you have a bunch of, the Chinese population is also bigger than here. I don't know, black people also, like it's basically a mishmash.
Yeah.
Mixmash.
Yeah.
Whatever. Of everything there. So like all those places where they came from, they brought their spices, they brought their own recipes and everything. I cycle for like 4 recipes because I can't find the ingredients, and I want those things. Like usually when I come back, like I can take 3 suitcases with a ticket that I buy. I can take 3 suitcases. Usually 2 of those are just ingredients and spices. Yeah, basically.
Yo, that would be so nice. You gotta cook for me sometime then, George. You sound like a real chef.
No, I cook
You,
fairly often. Yeah.
you can cook now. He first couldn't cook at all, and then one day now Zos can cook all these nice dishes.
Yeah.
Like literally couldn't cook to save his own life.
He's probably sick of it himself. Like,
Yes.
I suck at cooking. I can't eat this any longer. Let's throw some spices in here. Get it somewhere.
Yeah, those were some very interesting things. So I guess our food is not that great in SA.
Yikes.
That's what I'm getting, especially the meat.
Marinate the meat, guys. Marinate the
bunny
meat.
chow's
Don't
good.
just throw spice on it when you're frying. Please do us all a favor.
There's preference.
Soak it in something.
Yeah, soak it in something.
Not everyone likes marinade though.
All right.
Like not everyone.
Some people have bad taste.
Some of us want.
A lot of South Africans. They're gonna come find you.
Yeah, so I guess we'll wait to taste the supreme and prestige biltong from Namibia.
Best of the best.
Yeah, and the spices. So we must combine the meat from Namibia, the spices
Okay.
from Mauritius,
Like
Yeah.
a feast.
and then we feast. All right. So now, thing for me is like a very important question that I like to ask is, what does grounded and fearless mean to you as an individual, and what do those, like when you think of those words, what comes to mind? So anyone want to go first?
Okay, I'll go first. So I think what I understand from it, and I like how grounded comes before fearless, because you need to be grounded and like stand your ground before you can be fearless, because if you don't have like a strong foundation, you can be easily like swayed. So yes, so you need to be grounded first before you can take like the big risks and everything, because those won't be like clear paths and like smooth. Like it's gonna come with a lot of challenges, and it's your ground, it's like your foundation is gonna like keep you standing and keep going. So that's what I understand from grounded and fearless.
No, I like that.
Yeah, so you need to first be grounded before you can do anything else.
Yeah.
If you don't know who you are, what you stand for, then first figure that out before you start to take other things on.
Powerful.
Grounded and fearless. I think it just, I don't know, it fits, you know?
Yeah.
Grounded and fearless, it just goes together really nicely. I think for me, being grounded, there's like a stability and like a sense of maturity and just being sure of yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like being able to like, and fearless I feel like ties in with that, because there's gonna be people who are gonna try and intimidate you in your strength and in your stability and in your confidence, and you have to be able to face that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just, it's a nice set of words. Grounded and fearless, I think it's really cool. Yeah, I think that's like the kind of energy that everybody kind of wants to put out.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, grounded and fearless, the way that I would kind of show it is just kind of being sure of myself, but also knowing that you're not going to please everybody, you're not going to make everybody happy, not everybody's going to like you, but you don't have to be scared of that, you know what I mean? It's not like you like everything or everyone. So
Yeah,
it's like
true.
just being sure of yourself and knowing even if there's people who don't like me, I like me. I'm cool.
That's
I
fine.
don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fearless.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys are throwing, hey?
Yeah,
coming
these are
hot.
some good sponsors, actually. It's a really cool name, though. Grounded and Fearless. Just thought I'd say that.
Yeah,
I
thank
like
you.
the name for the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
To me, the name seems like a synonym for humble and confident, sort of thing. And
Yeah.
like you were saying, that's something we all aspire to be, is humble and confident. And the fearless part about being confident is that a lot of people see confident people as arrogant, or people can be really jealous of confidence at times, and they try to put you down, but you have to be fearlessly confident in yourself and in your actions and what you're doing. As long as you're humble about it. You know what I mean? You don't overdo it. You realize you're just a person as everybody else, but you can be proud of who you are. So, and I think that's where the podcast comes from. It's seeing who people really are.
Yeah.
Which I think ties together really well.
I like that. Ooh. Those.
No
For me-
pressure.
For me, the grounded part is like knowing who you are and being at peace with that.
Yeah.
Especially in the current political climate, I might say. It's so hard. Like people don't really have principles anymore. They just flip flop and everything. So like if you yourself, you don't have a set of beliefs that you stand by, no matter what, this is what I believe, and this is like you can't sway me on
Who you
this.
are.
Yeah, it's who I am. And like with the current day and age, people tend to like, they know they are that, but they don't vocalize it. They don't say it because they're scared they're gonna get cancelled or something like that. Yeah,
Cancel
they're gonna
culture.
cancel culture. They're gonna make people mad or something. And to me, I'm like, I'm gonna speak my mind. If you feel touched, move on.
Yeah.
As I always say, offense is taken, not given.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Take a hike.
Yes.
Thank you. That's the fearless part to me. Like vocalize, say, like stand behind what you believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
So like stand behind what you are grounded in as well.
Exactly.
I like that.
Can I add something?
Yeah, go for it.
He was talking about being humble, and I feel like being grounded, there's an element of compassion and understanding in that.
Yeah.
So like, and that fearlessness as well is not being scared of people reflecting their own emotions or insecurities on you. Because like he was saying, people get jealous of confidence and they wonder where you're getting it from. You know what I mean? They get like confused because they're struggling so hard to be themselves and to be like strong in that. And I think having that grounded element is kind of like being able to realize that this person isn't coming at you because they hate you.
Yeah.
They're coming at you because they don't know how to love themselves. You get me? It's like it's kind of like seeing it from like a bigger picture instead of just like them coming for you. It's them coming for you for what they lack.
Ooh.
You get me?
Yeah.
So it's like just knowing that and not taking offense, like how you said, knowing that you're not coming for me, you're coming for you.
Definitely. And like you said that earlier, and I feel like since both our countries are very small, right? And I feel like the smaller the country is, the more the people from there are like very careless, and they have really tough skin.
Yeah.
Like people, I've heard everything. I'm fairly skinny, guys. And I've heard everything under the sun. And I've said wild stuff too. Like, example, I don't know if I can say that, but it's like most of my friends back home are black. And they've been like, every time we walk at night, they always tell me, oh no, it's fine. Even if there's no light, George is walking with us. He's lighting us up, right? Whenever we would be walking during the day, and they'd be like, yo, I'm burning, I'm losing complexion. I'd be like, don't worry, charcoal doesn't burn twice. I know, not politically correct, but that's the type of relationship that I have with my friends. And no one gets offended by that.
Yeah.
And I that's what I like about home also. And like, there's no such thing here. People get offended over anything and everything.
Oh my god.
Speak to me nicely.
Sometimes I wonder, like I really worry that my group chat conversations with we don't text anymore. We have to do video calls because we don't want evidence. We want the call to be done and it to be gone, because if you heard our conversations, we would probably be in jail. Like, because we anything under the sun, there is nothing off limits. But the thing that I love about it is we never talk behind each other's backs. If I say something to Lane about you, we're gonna come to you in the group chat and be like, so me and Lane were talking. This is what we were saying. Like, we really just go after each other.
I'm gonna know about it, yeah.
But it's out of love and out of respect and out of like being there for each other. We always call each other out.
Yeah.
On, like where we're. I don't want to swear. I can't remember words. I don't want to swear.
Okay, let's not do that.
Yeah, but we keep it very, very real with each other, to the point where, like, a lot of my friends like suffer with like depression and like anxiety and like mental health issues, but like it's not off limits. We can literally laugh about it and make fun of it and like in the most unhealthy, unhinged, like no filter type of way. But it's coming out of like, we're concerned for you, or if you want to talk, you can talk. Just like I feel like everybody needs a space where they can say anything.
Yeah, like
genuinely, without being scared of like, oh, this person's gonna tell on me, or oh, I'm gonna get canceled. Like, just a space where you can be like, bro, let me tell you how I'm feeling. Just like raw, unfiltered, just out of the mouth, straight, like nothing clean, nothing, left out. Yeah.
We definitely need that. Wow, you guys were throwing some bars here. I think I was just sitting there like, what?
Sorry for diverging at the end there.
No, but I think it all tied in well with what you guys were saying. Yeah, this was a very awesome episode. I think I enjoyed, no doubt.
I had a ton of fun as well.
I really enjoyed myself. Yeah. Thank you
Guys
for coming.
Thank
you guys for coming.
Yeah.
So, shame. Now we come to the end of the show, unfortunately. All good things come to an end, so they say. So now, it's last words, anything you want to say to the audience as you leave, and where can we find you? Instagram, Twitter? If you don't have, that's fine.
Oh my God, follow my Instagram.
Yeah.
Let me shout out my 500 followers.
So yeah, any last words, and then where can we find you? And then also, if you have a social media account, if you don't, that's also fine. Just give us any last words before you leave. You can go first, those.
I mean, I don't really have any last words. I'm really glad I was here, I guess. I don't think, other than Lane, probably, I don't think I've really had like a conversation like this with any of you guys. So this was really nice. Yeah. Get to learn other people's culture.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really nice.
So where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me George Prediction. That's the English accent, by the way, guys. On Instagram, I guess. But yeah, like, don't bother, guys. I'm not really big on social media. Swipe right if you see me on Tinder.
A player. Oh, that's good. Yeah, thank you very much for having me on, and thank you all for sharing your opinions and everything. It was really cool to see that we all come from different places and have a lot of different experiences here, but a lot of similar ones as well. We see a lot of the same things as well, so it makes me feel closer to a lot of the other internationals, That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I really liked it a lot. Had a lot of fun. Hi, Mom. gotta shout her out. And then you can find me on Instagram, fastlane_AK.
Got you.
I am not good with words, so I'm just gonna say thank you. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure being here and talking to you guys. This is my fake voice because I'm. But thank you for having me. If you want to find me, it's lee.tau, T-A-U, on Instagram. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Miriam?
I'm also very grateful to be here and to get to know everyone, because I know everyone by face, but I didn't know personally. So it's amazing to just know everyone's experience in SA and how I can relate to everyone, and makes me also feel closer to everyone now.
Yeah.
It's beyond like a high now. I feel like I know better. And yeah, I don't have Instagram. So he can't find me anywhere unless you know me in person.
Come find me.
Come to
Yeah, come physically find me.
Yeah.
You don't want to throw those
Yeah.
invitations out there.
Yeah. Well, from my side, guys, thank you so much for being on the show. It was really an awesome one, as I've already said. I also learned a lot from you guys. Also got to know you even like better, actually. Some of you guys I've spoken and had more than one conversation with, but it was really interesting and actually a good and a great podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not just an alcoholic. There's stuff up here.
Yes, that was the highlight of my podcast. You know, got to see her sober. I'm joking.
Yes. You have to find her early in the morning.
I'm just joking. But yeah, beautiful people from my side. That is it from the episode. Adios.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And with that, we have reached the end of our episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and being part of the show today. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow, and also leave a review, as this helps us improve the show, and we are then able to deliver better content for you to listen to and enjoy. And Yasmus, so until we meet again, adios.